Hello, and welcome back to Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul. Today, something special for you. Today I'm going to restore my very first Matchbox. Now, this car here I'm doing for a friend over in the UK by the name of Tony Hughes. A while back, Tony won an air compressor that I was giving away on my Diecast Graveyard channel. The thing is that over in the UK they use 220 volt electricity, and sending that compressor overseas would have been a pain in the butt. But I asked him if I could do anything else for him, and he says, yes, could you possibly restore for me one of these Matchbox Jaguars? Well, we're going to do that, but we're going to put a little bit of a Hot Wheels twist on it. It's going to be fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to this. So, Mr. Tony Hughes, this car is for you. So let's not delay and get started. Here I've already drilled the post apart, and these cars really aren't as complicated as the Hot Wheels, but they're beautiful. And this 68 Jaguar Type E is absolutely stunning. The car is in really good shape. It's just got some paint chips and some paint missing. Interior is in really good shape. Just a little bit of some soap and water will clean that up. The windshield's actually in pretty good shape, but we're going to polish that up and make that look good too. And the base is in good shape. It definitely needs some repaint, but the tires are in good shape, the rims are in good shape, and we just got to make it look new again. So this is a number 32, and like I said, I'm really excited to do this. I've been wanting to do a Matchbox car for a while, and I got a whole bunch of them. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we're going to drill out the post. Taking our 1/16 inch drill bit, we're going to fit this up with 1-72 screws. Now, the older cars, or at least these Matchbox cars, you could use a 256 screw, but I found out that the older cars a lot of times have the very narrow posts. So I try to use the 172. Now, of course, the first number is for the size, the 1, or the 2 for the 256. And the second number is for the number of threads per inch. So you've got a number 1 screw with 72 threads per inch, or a number 2 screw with 56 threads per inch. Just make sure as you're drilling here that you don't want to drill too deep. So you've got to constantly keep an eye on how deep the drill is going into the post. Now, some people will mark the drill bit. Sometimes I'll mark it with a little Sharpie marker or something like that, or a little piece of tape or whatever, just to make sure that I don't drill through the top of the post going through the hood or the trunk. Now we're going to use this 1/72 tap with the tap handle that I got at brightvisionwheels.com. These tap handles are fantastic, folks. They're incredibly light. They fit the tap with no issues whatsoever, and they don't put any extra weight or excess weight on your tap as you're screwing into the post. So I recommend that you get one of these. These will also fit the 2-56 taps. So this thing is universal and it works extremely well. I recommend them highly. All right. Now you want to always go through and put the screws in and make sure that they fit properly. You don't want to find out later on that they don't fit, and then you got to wind up either drilling again or tapping again or whatever. Now, I always try and do this before I get into the painting. You don't want to wind up having to drill the holes after you painted and potentially messing up your paint job. And also leave the screws in there when you're putting it into the stripper. When you're putting it in the paint stripper, make sure you leave the screws in there, because if you happen to get some of that paint stripper inside the little post and the screw isn't in there, once you go to put the screw back in, if there's any residual paint stripper inside the post, as you put it together, it'll squirt out. And as it squirts out, it gets onto the paint that you put on there and could potentially leach up into the paint job over a period of time and completely ruin your paint job. There's today's tip from your Uncle Paulie. Now we've got the windshield. We sanded it down lightly, and here we are, we're dipping it in the gauzy. Dip it in nice. and then make sure that you use a paper towel or something to wick off the excess. You don't want a lot of this stuff built up onto your windshield when it dries. And it works extremely well. Now, some people use the Pledge Revive. That's good stuff also. So whatever you can get a hold of. I use the Gauzy, but I also have Pledge Revive. So I've tried everything, and it works fantastic. Now we're going to polish up the body. There really wasn't a lot of toning on this car, but I did go through and rub it down with some light sandpaper in spots, and I also used some steel wool to shine it up really nice. Once I got it to the shininess that I wanted to, then I'm going in here with this Blue Magic Metal Polish Cream, and we're going to buff it out and make it look really good. I'll tell you, as I'm buffing this out, it is getting super shiny, and I'm very, very pleased with this. I can't wait to do some more cars here and get the beautiful paint jobs on these Matchbox cars. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on that little bell to be alerted to any future videos that come out. So we're going to keep on polishing this car and bring it to a high shine. Now folks, with the times that are going on right now with this coronavirus thing going on, I'm going to try and crank out videos at least every couple days, if not sooner, maybe a little bit longer. But I know that folks are sitting at home and they're wanting stuff to do. But what I need from you folks is to please have your friends subscribe. Have them go in and subscribe to my channel, and I'll keep knocking out the videos as quickly as I possibly can, but still try and do quality videos for you folks. Now in the comments, if you have something you'd like to see, please let me know. I mean, I've got a bunch of cars that I can customize or restore or whatever. Just let me know and I'll rearrange them and I'll make them so I can get these videos out to you folks while you're sitting at home. And you also want to check out the link for my Patreon page. There'll be a message here at the end of the video. Plus in the comment section, there is a link there to join my Patreon page and become a member of the Diecast Graveyard team. And I use that money to buy my supplies and keep this channel going. So again, please let me know what you want to see, and I'll keep knocking these videos out as best as I can. Alright, that looks nice. We'll just have to rub it down with a t-shirt, and then we'll go in and we'll degrease it with the Zep degreaser, and we'll scrub it all down and wash it up and get it ready for paint. First I use my airbrush to blow any dust off. Now I'm going through and I'm using Spectre Flame Red. Here's that little Hot Wheels twist I was telling you about. The Spectre Flame Red is absolutely beautiful, and as shiny as this body is, this paint is going to look fantastic. I'm really excited about this. Take your time, get all the hard to reach places first, as I've said in many of my videos. Coat it up really nice, and just take your time and do that mist coat so you've got a tooth to bite on for the rest of the paint you're going to put on. Just a few light coats at first, and then you can come back in with those colors and saturate your paint and make it look really nice and make it look wet even though it's dry. That's what's going to make your car look absolutely fantastic. Man, this is turning out nice. I am really happy with this. Let's let it set for a bit and we'll come back in and put some heavier coats. I let it set for about 10 minutes. That gives it time to start tacking up. Now we're putting on some heavier coats. Man, that's Spectre Flame Red. Now my Spectre Flame paint I get at the Redline shop. And you can get the paint at www.redlineshop.com. Go check out John's site. He's got wonderful paints, these beautiful Spectre Flame paints. He's got some wonderful enamel paints. If you're restoring Hot Wheels, he's got beautiful reproductions of the bearing type wheels. He's also got the cap style wheels. Please check him out. Here we've got the base. We got a little bit of tester spray paint, and I'm going to go ahead and spray that on there to make this base look good. I've got the rims taped off so they don't get any paint on there. I cut a little slit in the tape, put it over the rims, and then folded the tape over. After the black paint dried, I'm taking a Molotow chrome pen. There we go. And I'm going to take a little pill cup that I bought, what I mix my paints in, and I leached out a little bit of paint in the bottom of that cup. Now I'm going to take a paintbrush, a very small fine paintbrush, and I'm going to touch up the rims, trying to get in between the spokes. There you go. That's going to make these rims look super, super sweet. And then I'll take a little bit of paint and paint it over that cap in the center. That way there I didn't have to take the axles out of the Matchbox car, and this is going to look really nice. There we go. That's looking good. Now we'll flip it around and we'll do the other two. I'm really having a lot of fun making these videos for you folks. Like I said, if you have anything you want to see or if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask in the comments block. Now, I also have my YouTube page, Diecast Graveyard. I post a lot of things on there, and I also will let you know when I've got new products or new videos coming out, and I'm really enjoying what I'm doing here. Let's let that dry. Hey, it's dry. Look at that. Now, we got the body. Look how sweet that turned out. Man, is that nice. That is super nice. We got the base. The base looks good. The rims look fantastic. The tires are in absolutely good shape. The windshield with the gauzy turned out fantastic. That's nice and shiny now. The interior is all nice and clean. And again, the tires, those are in excellent shape, and we're going to put those right back on. And this is what we started with. A 1968 Matchbox Jaguar Type E. Man, these cars are beautiful, and were they very popular when they first came out in the real world. These cars were very powerful with the horsepower and the way they sound. If you get a chance, go online and check out what these cars sound like, because they're mesmerizing. They're absolutely beautiful, and if I ever had a chance to own one of these, I would be proud to own one of these. But this has been a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. We had a lot of paint missing. The base was all scuffed up and a lot of paint chips off of there, and the rims were all kind of tarnished, so we definitely needed to take care of those. The windshield was scratched up, so we had to take care of that, and we took it apart, we polished it, we buffed it, we painted it, and this is what we got to. Man, am I proud of this car. That looks absolutely stunning. I am so happy with this. Mr. Tony Hughes over there in the UK, my friend, this car is for you. And once things settle down here with this coronavirus thing, I'm going to get this in the mail to you. Please contact me at my email, and I'll make sure that I get your mailing address so I can get this car to you. It's my absolute pleasure, friend, and I hope you enjoy it. I know that if you don't, I will. It's a really, really nice looking car. Now, you folks out there, if you've got cars that you want to send me to keep the channel going, if you've got cars you want me to paint for you or restore for you or customize for you, please don't hesitate to ask. I'll leave my email in the comments section here, and you can send me stuff to help keep the channel going. Now we've got the Patreon people that support me here. Here we've got Jim Silva. Jim Silva with his YouTube page there. Please check him out. He does some beautiful work. Stacy Wright, thank you, sir, very much. Daryl Begtel. We always trade information back and forth. Fantastic builder. He's coming up quick. Michio Woods Garage on Facebook. Check out Richard's Facebook page. He sells a lot of these Hot Wheels, and he sells a whole bunch of other cars. The M2s, the Greenlights, fantastic cars, the Johnny Lightnings. Check out Richard's page. He can provide you with a bunch of these cars if you're looking for something. Also, my buddy Aaron Murphy out there in California, working overtime out there in California to keep things going for us folks here while we're home waiting for this virus thing to be over with. Mr. William K7 Robinson, sir, truck driver, God bless you. Thank you for your generosity. Mr. Jake Rademacher and Mr. Sam Pascal, thank you for your generosity, gentlemen. Thanks for joining me here today on Diecast Graveyard. My name is Paul, and I want to thank you for subscribing to my channel. Please pass it on to your friends. Let's get those subscriber numbers up there, and the Sweet 16 give-off or giveaway will be coming soon. Take care and stay healthy, my friends.